Hey y'all, what's up? My name is Tom Misery. You watch my channel, Mr. 14, and I'm here doing a review of Queen Sugar Season 4, Episode 3. Alright, I think I'm going to break it down by character. So I'm going to start with Michael first because he was the shortest storyline. Alright, so Micah was sitting on the couch reading the book. So, Charlie saw him reading the book and she just was like so turned up about it because she still don't like what Nova did and what she put in the book. So she said her son is reading it, is going trying to believe exactly Nova words, and she just don't want him to figure out what she done without her telling him first. So he got up and he was like, listen, understand what's happening, it's like that, but did you really pay Melinda the money and stuff like that to keep her quiet? She said, I did it to protect you, I did it to protect the family, I did it to protect us and stuff. And she was saying that how I didn't want you to find out by this way. I wanted you to sit down and let you know how things happen and it doesn't seem as I always say what you see. And she asked him, do you always believe what you read in the book? He said, no, I don't always believe what I read in the book, but I read in something that somebody I trust. And she said, oh. So she took that. She just took that to heart. Damn, trust. You really trust this lady. Okay. So later on, Michael went to school. At this time, Kiki is mad at him. She didn't want to talk to him. She'd been avoiding him for a little bit. And I could tell why Kiki was avoiding him. Because Kiki's not the type of person who like drama, who likes someone who's thuggish, who want to fight all the damn time, who can't pick their battles and stuff like that. So use their anger to violence instead of using your anger for something else. So he went to talk to her. She said, yes, let's talk. And he said, I want to talk to you. What happened? On talk. She said, you think I ain't like what you did last time? You was like, you think I want you to be a thug and go beating this person? He said that all they had it coming for you. I said, I didn't want to hear that. I said, no. At the end of the day, they ain't had to come for you like that. You ain't had to do that or something like that. I don't want no thug next to me. So if you gonna be like that, we don't need to be together. He said, I'm sorry, I'm gonna change. I ain't meant to do that. Yeah, you're right, I shouldn't go that far. She said, I know you're angry, stuff like that, but you need to change your anger for something else. Do something else so to get to that point, because I don't want to see that type of person. You need to not show that person again. He said, good, I ain't gonna promise I won't mess up again, but I'm not perfect. But I will also let you know that I would never hurt you. I'll say, okay, keep your word. So Michael went back in the house with Kiki, and he get a letter. He reads the letter, and I said, oh, what's the letter say? Basically, the letter say Michael needs to keep his mouth shut, or they will beat him like the mutt that he is. I said, oh, shit. So he went to see his mom, Charlie, and Charlie got the letter. She read it, and she looked at that. She said, I will fix it. He said, how you gonna fix a threatened letter? You know, Charlie is always a fixer. She always want to fix things. So he said, so he quit walking away. She said, that's what I had to do. This is my job. I had to fix things. He said, all right. She said, what? Why you think? I understand. It's something like between you and me, it's distance now. Like, you don't believe me, or you have a hard time accepting who I am or what I do. He said, I don't know. I think we just see the words two different ways. I said, oh, okay. So she went in her drawer, clicked on it. She said, this is the letter you got a week or 2 weeks after your speech. This is another letter you got a couple of months later. This letter you got when you was on the airport. This is a letter you got after you came back, like that. So she kept all the letters, and he didn't realize that he had more threatening letters than it was, because I think he only got that one letter basically after he probably fought those guys. So maybe he thinking it was those little white guys that he fought, but no. You got that letter since that freaking rally you had done and the freaking thing, so people didn't like what you were saying. It was going to get some people haters, instead of you threatening letters. So Charlie had been saving letters and saying, you know what, I have been protecting you, and I'm afraid that's not going to happen. So if I had to send you to Paris for a couple of months, and I had to do this to you, I had to do that to you to keep you safe, that's all I'm going to have to do. So what you have to do is let you know that I'm always going to protect you. You got to let me protect you. Because she asked him, how do you feel about the letters? He said, I'm be angry. He said, well, I'm afraid. I'm afraid for you and everything. So if I have to do what I have to do to protect you, if I have to send you away to make you feel good, let me be. Let me protect you. And that's my job. And that's the mother's job, to protect her son. That's a mother's job no matter what, to protect her son, to keep him from harm, to help raise him and stuff like that. Yeah, he might grow up thinking differently, but at the end of the day, Charlie's always had your best interest at heart, Micah, and let your mama do what she got to do. That's her job, to protect you. So they hug it out. All right, so we get Charlie. Charlie is she's trying to figure things out because first of all, she's trying to figure out why is she's not in part of the board meetings, that Jacob's part of the board meetings and she's not, and she got like an equal amount of shares and not much of shares in the thing. So why somebody's attending and she's not attending it? So she want to go, and especially she got a little bit of shares, but not too much to be in the board meeting. But he also got the same boat, but he's in the board meeting and I'm not. So she wanted to confront them. She said, Jacob, what is this going on? What's this about? So Jacob was meeting with a consultant, and the consultant know Charlie's name. She said, how he know my name? He said, well, first of all, you're popular, so people know your name. And second, that he's a consultant for the company. She said, oh, well, you had a lot of consultants from this lady, from this. He said, this company always have consultants like that, and yada, yada, yada. So they were dancing back and forth, and she was like, where's your mom? It's like that. She supposed to be saying she had my back, but then she just up to disappear. And she said she's away overseas taking some business and stuff. And she was like, what's going on? Why I'm not part of the meetings? Like, I had to find out things here and there. That's not good. So right through the middle of talking, he texted her. He said, I cannot do it here. And that's talking to Matt in the building. So I guess he tried to keep it quiet. And so the other guy, the consultant, won't listen to what's going on. And you could tell he still kind of cared for Charlie. So he took him back and told him, he said, Charlie, I need to tell you, warn you, don't ruff any feathers. Because after that prison deal that you had shot it down, they wasn't happy with that. So they're coming after your neck. So you just got to be careful and not just move on. Just stay what you do business. Leave things alone and let it be. And nothing will happen to you. And she said, oh, you trying to do this and all that stuff. And they were going back and forth. And he gave this little sob story about how he had to work and fight for his trust from the family and stuff, while Charlie may have been privileged and then this and that, all that stuff. And you had your family, you had people to take care of, you had people behind your back. I had no one. I had to prove my worth. And she said, he said, why are you fighting so hard on us? She said, the same way you fighting so hard for your family. I had something to prove, and you got something to do. And that sob story is not going to change anything because you choose to continue working with them, even though with this story. And I had to choose to do what I had to do to make sure I protect me, what's mine. So I said, okay, go ahead, Charlie. And that's how it is, right? So later on, Charlie went to see Romero, and she was on the phone with Vicky and asked Vicky about something that she had seen in the minutes, that it was a $1.5 million investment to something, and she just wanted to know what it was that for and take a look into it. So while she got on the phone, she met with Romero. They had a little picnic and sit down. They was happy, and they was talking about little things. And Romero was talking about how he worked at the clinic and worked on migration, working stuff like that, and how it's so tough dealing with things, and because they don't have much resources, they don't have medical stuff. So he is trying to do as much as he can, and he's just fighting it because the workers that was sick and come to the hospital because they had to be forced to work in a storm. So it's no condition. So he's feel type bummed out about it that he can't do more. And she said, oh, what can you do more when you do it? And he basically said he would like to open a clinic. He'll open a clinic and try to do something that get volunteers, pay for some equipment, and just do for people who is less fortunate, who don't even have the opportunity, the means to do things, and take it from there. So she was like, I may have a piece of property behind the mill that you could use. It's very vacant. If you can get the volunteers, I can pay equipment, we could do stuff. So he said he's happy. He said, yo, are you serious? Are you real? He said, I could, we could do a, what do you call, a pop clinic where you could do just once a week, and see how it goes, and build it from there. And I said, oh, that's nice. Like, so Ralph Angel met with Desha, the lady that will dry. So this is like they get a storyline that we get in him, that building up a relationship with this lady and building up something with positive, something in his ballpark could challenge him and make him better. Before I got that, Ralph Angel went to talk to Mr. Prosper about things and he felt bummed out. He felt words coming on his shoulders. He's not doing well. So Mr. Prosper said, "What happened?" He said, "Nova. Nova wrote something in the book about Blue." He said, "Okay, what she was said in the book about Blue? What's the issue?" And he said he wrote in the book. She wrote in the book that Blue is not mine. I'm not the biological father. I'm Blue. And he said, "Oh, okay." So Ralph Angel said, "You not surprised by that?" He said, "No, I see my fair share of things happening, and this is more common than you know. Me, I was even raised by my own father. I had somebody else raising me." And Ralph Angel said, "What, really?" He said, "Yeah, he been a great person. That I never raised my father, but I had a great daddy, and he has been raising me. And when I found out in high school, and I didn't even care because the person who raised me was my father, and he's the one I love, and it would never change that." So he said, "Blue would be all right. You just gotta let you know to make him sure that he understand that." And the book doesn't change the fact that you is this boy's father, and you've been the person that you've been raising all this long time. So no matter what the truth it is, he always go think of you as his father. So Ralph Angel, don't bum yourself out over this. Understand that Nova putting that thing out there to the world was fucked up, and she shouldn't have done that. But at the same time, never forget that you are this boy's father, and you is the person that is important in his life. So you win at the end of the day. So that was that. And then he later went on. No, he called Charlie because Infermo, somebody was Ephemio, who was one of his workers, got sick at the thing, and he can't come to the hospital because maybe he had no insurance or he probably undocumented or something like that, so he can't go there. So Charlie said, "I may have somebody who I could help him, but let me call you back." All right, so Ralph Angel had lunch with Desha on Deja, Deja, and they had a good time. They said they both on lunch break, and she said, "I needed this lunch break," and stuff like that. Yes, I'm a high power judge or something like that, public lawyer, but I just need the break sometimes. And yes, sometimes I don't let my cases die, but at the same time, I will join my food. So she was doing. They had a good time, and he said he wanted to see her, and that was nice. And he wanted to come clean. I see that's how he did. Start come clean and honesty in the beginning, so they won't be this blindsided. He said, "Yo, I had some done things in my past that was got to me, and I paid for it, but as not me anymore, and changed it like that." She said, "I know." And he kind of stiffed up when she said that because he knew she's a lawyer. So he said, "Oh, looking at me." But he said he respect that for checking on, because she said yes. Since me a public defender, I got used to as a habit me checking on people that I met on meet, and I have a daughter. I'm single, so I gotta be careful these days. And she said, "I respect that, I respect that." But she said what she did say. She said, "I read your file, but not everybody is always their file, and you're always different, and you different from the file that I read, so it's good." I said, "Oh, that's nice. I like that fluent." All right. So the last thing I want to talk about is no, a little bit about Nova. Nova got a call from Deborah, and Deborah was telling them that she got a love letter or something from New York Times, advance letter or something like that from them, stating how much they care about how much they like the book, how much it was so heartwarming, how much it helped people and stuff, and changed and that makes it. It was well written kind of letter and thank you and critique. And Noah was she was happy about that. She knew how she felt, but she was happy because her vision and how she wanted to come across with the book is actually portraying and actually showing that the critiques of people, the New York Times, are getting what she's trying to write, even though her family's not with them right at the time. So they went to the interview. Her family said it took me a long time to do my mother and stuff like that, and it come across after read your book and helped me with my mom relationship, and just kind of line you how you or Charlie is, how that going. And she basically said a lot of things, but she said her book is therapeutic for her to share things, open up, and not realize to bottle in and have a voice to speak out. And that will then from there, because you go start working on change. I said, okay, cool. All right, so now Vi. Like, so Aunt Vi, you know, Aunt Vi stood up all night reading that book. She stood up all night. And she just started crying because she said, damn, what the hell? She put all this shit in the book like that about me, about the family and stuff. This is ridiculous. So she was trying to, like, take care of stuff, wipe her eyes off, clear thing. Hollywood wanted to check up on her. I said, I love Hollywood. He's a great husband. He came to check on her. He's so worried. Because he's very protective of Vi. And he said, he checking on her. And she said, fine. And if I say I'm fine, he said, you know, you say what you're fine, what you're doing is not fine. And she said, this a lot. I just don't know why. Why she would do this. Why she would put these things in the book. What would convince her to do some things like this? So she just so mom on it. She said, you know, I called her 3 times. And he said maybe she wanted to deal with you because you know you was going to come at her. And I said, yeah. She probably didn't want to answer the phone because, you know, she was going to get an earful from Aunt Vi. You know, a mouthful from Aunt Vi. You know, Aunt Vi don't have no problem speaking her mind. And that was that. So they was at the restaurant. And remember, Mr. Jimmy Dale last week said he was going to go stop by the thing on the diner. He went to stop by the diner. And Aunt Vi said, oh, I'll get with you. Go sit down. He said something and she just froze. And she turned around, looked at her. He said, oh, how you doing, Peter? How you doing? And all this, she just said, she just passed out. And then at first Hollywood didn't know who he was. And he said, thank you, man, so like that, all that stuff, because he passed out. Aunt Vi woke up. She said, what happened? What happened? And she didn't remember what happened. And he said, oh, you passed out. You be okay or stuff. And later on, Aunt Vi said she would go home. Sorry. She wanted to go home. And she was throwing up. She was doing that. He said, Hollywood said, come on, tell me what's going on. You've been throwing up. You didn't want to eat. You've been doing this. Or what is happening? You've been upset since the restaurant. What happened? She said she saw Jimmy Dale. He said, what? He said it was the boy-headed guy with the white beard and all that stuff. And she said, what? Wait, hold up, the one with the yellow jacket, the yellow shirt on, or something like that. And that's what I realized. He said, yeah. And that's what he realized. So she said, make a call. He said, who are you calling? He said, if you see this guy and all that stuff, make sure he don't come in or all that stuff. Or hold him here, hold him there until I get there. That's what he said. And so he said, oh, we're going through this. I'm not going to do anything crazy. I'm not doing anything. But we're going to handle this. Because he needs to let them know not to mess with you. So he met with Jimmy Dale and told Jimmy Dale, he told him, listen, brother, you better get your ass out of here. Or I'm gonna put the paws on you. I'm gonna put these paws on you. Just like he said, I'm gonna beat your ass if you don't get your ass out of here and mess with my wife. Use the X. So leave that alone. Move along, so like that. And he said, oh, I ain't want to come here and cause some trouble. And let you know that the boy knows it was my family. And they're gonna be. And he walked out, not knowing that he gonna come back again. So he came home. Hollywood came home. I said, what you did? You do anything? He said, no, I ain't doing nothing. I let him know. I talked. And he got it. I followed him. He went on his way, so he was good. Left after that, Vi looked to her little box and she saw passing a photo, and then she saw a wristband of Violet Dale. Dated birth, something at a hospital or something like that. So I guess it's something that happened with her and him that made her get to the hospital. She kept that bracelet as a reminder and stuff. So next minute you know, Vi was expecting that it was Hollywood at the door or that stuff. I don't know why he was ringing the door, but she just saying, I know you like my pies and something like that. And open it up. It was Jimmy Dale. She said, what you doing here? He said, oh, you looking good, lady, and stuff like that. I just want to come. I ain't want to bother no trouble and stuff like that. But I just want to see who you is, how you doing and stuff, and reconnect. And basically just trying to console her and say, I just wanted to get back on track with us. Like, we fell apart. I just want to get back on track. Can you let me in? She eventually let him in. And they talking, and he said, oh, that boy of yours, and all that stuff. And then sit down and talk back and forth. He said, no, I ain't feel like talking to him. Talking about him. I just want to talk about us. What's going on? And he was like kind of like pushy. He said, I'm talking to you, Vi, because she wasn't talking. He said, oh, this is not your house. You just leave all that stuff. And this is mine. And Vi was coming on, coming strong. And he was like, oh, all craziness. So Nova came. And he said, oh, hey Nova. Good to see you again. So Aunt Vi said, again, what are you talking about? She said, I was explain. I said, oh, Nova, what you did, bitch? What did you do, Nova? So they was talking for a little bit, and he was being very reckless on the mouth. And he said, oh, don't worry about it. It's going to be you. I know nowhere else like that. And just touch her. And Nova said, don't you dare touch her. And Aunt Vi said, get out, get out, get out, get out. Fighting him out the house. And he said, oh, you got some fire. You got some fire in you, Vi, or something like that. So Hollywood came. He said, yo, did I told you? Did I told you, motherfucker? You didn't listen the last time. I don't get at you. So all of a sudden, Hollywood and Jimmy Dale was at the face, at each other. Hollywood punched her. She knocked out of the shit, did Jimmy Dale. I said, there you go, and beat the hell out of him. I said, that's right. This guy coming and act like he's all that. No, protect your woman. And knocked the hell's ass. He stopped for a while after he realized he was doing too much. And he got up and he said, oh, good. You know, I came in to apologize, but I ain't apologizing any more damn shit anymore and all that stuff. You know what? I got you. We gonna go. We cool, all that stuff. But I'll let you know. I'm with the last laugh, bro. We ain't gonna see the last of me. Basically, that's what he was saying. And he got up and walked away. And he said, oh, I should never make you my wife. You were just only a hot piece of ass. I said, oh, shit. And you know how they were about to get him again. But they stopped him back. All right. So this is why we find out what happened. Nova admitted that she went to see Jimmy Dale for her book, to interview him for his book. I said, Nova, why you did that? You know how Aunt Vi felt about this guy. And you went to visit him. She said, I wanted to see how this redemption is, if it was possible, all this stuff about her book, how it changed, all that stuff. But she realized after she interviewed him, and she just wanted to get different sides of stories. And he said, realized after interviewing him, he was the same prick as always. So she didn't put his side of the story, viewpoint in the book. And I didn't think this was going to happen. That's why I cut it off. That's why I let him go. I didn't know he was going to be a douchebag. And I had to let that go. And Aunt Vi said this. She said, Lil, listen, you did a lot of things in your life, but this thing topped it all. So what I'm going to let you do, and I should go do you what your mother should have told you all a long time ago, get out. Aunt Vi said, Aunt Vi, he said, listen, no. Let me tell you something. I don't want to see you again. Do not knock on my door. Do not send me no flowers. I'm not going to talk to you ever again. Not now. Not today. Not in 10 years. I said in 10 years. And they basically said, don't even talk to me again. You will never see me again. I don't want to even see you again. Even in my grave, you don't need to see me. You just lost that privilege. So bye. Get the hell out. Because I'm not going to see you. It is what it is. And Nova turned around and is crying. She don't have nobody now. Crying. And that's how it ended. And I said, oh, Queen Sugar, see, Nova, this is what you did. Oh, I forgot. Ralph Angel did told Darla that Nova put something about Blue in the book. And she said, what did she put? She said she put about Blue about not being his, and he's not the biological father. So she said, what? Did he even think about the consequences? Did he even think about anybody's feelings? How about Blue? When you gonna find out? So Ralph Angel said, you know what? We're gonna take some time and stuff like that. Don't worry about it, but we're gonna sit down and talk to them together. And that's how it was, right? But that was the episode, Queen Sugar. It was good, y'all. Like I said, it was really good. And hopefully we continue next week to see more great juiciness about the blowout of Nova's book. Alright, talk to y'all later. Please like, comment, subscribe to like my channel. I appreciate everyone who has subscribed so far. I'm this close to getting to 100 subscribers. So continue to like my videos, and I'm continue putting things out there. Alright? Peace.